Well, this morning, glad you guys are here. Welcome to Intersect Church if you're new. And we are continuing our series called It's Personal. And you know, we do a variety of different kinds of studies here on Sunday mornings. We just got done with the relationship series, and sometimes we go through an entire book of the Bible. And so this is kind of a different series for us. This is specifically a 4-part series for anyone here who might be unconvinced, someone who is maybe a little bit skeptical, someone who's never kind of crossed that line to believing in Jesus and becoming a Christian. And this is also for all of us here who maybe has someone like that in your life. And you have unconvinced family members or skeptical neighbors or somebody you work with or people who just have varying degrees of real resistance to God and what Christianity is all about. This is to equip you. This is to help you. This is to assist you to talk to those people and to understand what they might be feeling, what they might be thinking and going through. And so let me go ahead and tell you from the outset what my goal is. My goal is that anyone who's here or anyone who's in your life would be touched by what I'm saying and what you're learning through this, so that those people would cross the line. Those people would come to the edge and take the faith leap, would come to a place where they really believe in Jesus Christ. And like we said last week, we said that a Christian, when we talk about crossing the line of being a Christian, we're not talking about being a good American. We're not talking about being a good person that stacks up more good deeds than they have bad deeds and kind of the good deeds outweigh the bad. We're not talking about somebody who's a good moral person. We're not talking about somebody who's ethical. We're not even talking about somebody who says Jesus is a way to get to God. We're talking specifically, a Christian is someone who has said that they are in need of the grace of God in their lives, and that they have sinned and sin has separated them from God, and they receive the gift of Jesus' death on the cross to pay that sin debt that they owe God. That they are placing their faith fully in Jesus alone to be right before God. And so what we said, if you remember last week, is those of you who aren't Christians, you have good reasons why you're not a Christian. You have some obstacles that kind of stand in the way, and your obstacle might be your past religious background, that your parents were a certain religious background, and oh man, I don't want to turn my back on that. For some of us, it's the Bible, that there are things about the Bible, miracles in the Bible, or the authenticity of the Bible that's kind of like a barrier that you just can't get over. It's an obstacle. For others of us, it might be the exclusivity of Christ, that Jesus says, I am the way, the truth, and the life. There's no other way to God except through Jesus. And that's Christianity. And you may say, man, that's really closed-minded. For others of you, like we talked about last week, it might be that you just don't care. It's just, hey, why do I care about Christianity? It's not that I'm anti, I just really don't care. It really doesn't make a difference. It's really not a need in my life. And so for some of us who are here this morning, I realize that you have obstacles. And so it's very naive of me. It's very insensitive, very discompassionate for me to think that you would go ahead and become a Christian. But that's my goal in these 4 weeks, that you would become a follower of Jesus Christ. Now, what we said is that adults who have those obstacles that they can't get over, who have those barriers, who have those boundaries, you know what? Normally, they as adults don't come to Christianity because they get all their questions answered. They don't come because they get all of their obstacles are just kind of pushed out of the way. They don't come to a place of faith in Christ because they've read all the books and they've seen the brochures and they've had somebody who also is struggling with the same objections. They don't come to a saving faith in Christ because they get all their objections taken care of. What happens is something happens in their life so that all those objections, all those questions kind of shrink down, and something else becomes so personal that grabs their heart, that grabs their mind, that grabs their attention, and God transforms them from the heart out.